One of the positives about all the shenanigans going on in Westminster at the moment is that we get to know so many byways and details of exactly what ministers and members of parliament are supposed to do and allowed to do. And that's useful for the future. So there's a thing called the Advisory Committee on Business Appointments, which makes it very clear, apparently, that for 2 years after leaving office, ministers should seek advice. And the chairman of that committee now is Lord Eric Pickles. And apparently he hasn't received any request. He's unaware of any request for advice and plans about appearing on reality television by Matt Hancock. And Matt Hancock's spokesperson says, well, there's no need because there's no requirement in the ministerial code for one-off appearances. But if Matt Hancock is expecting to be on I'm a Celebrity for any length of time, if he's expecting to win it, then it's going to be more than a one-off appearance. It's going to be a few weeks or even a month of dedication to eating the private parts of kangaroos and stroking worms. And Esther McVeigh is another minister who fell foul of the ACBA or ACOBA, the Advisory Committee on Business Appointments, when she accepted a job on television as a part-time presenter. You know, it's I think Matt Hancock is self-indulgent, is a self-indulgent self-publicist. I was going to say it's all about self-abuse, but who knows, Matt Hancock. There, but for the grace of God. He says that he wants to go where the people go. He doesn't want to sit in the ivory towers in Westminster. Well, actually, that's what he was elected to do. He stood for a place in the ivory towers in Westminster. And now that now that he's not going to be a minister, now that he fouled up on that job by having a dalliance in the stationery cupboard with Gina Coladangelo. Ooh, Gina, can I check your pencil? It's outrageous. He's still a member of parliament. He's still a sitting member of parliament. And at this moment now, he ought to do the right thing and allow a by-election to replace him. It's utterly shocking that he's so self-obsessed. And as for this idea that this is a one-off television appearance, no, it's part of a concerted campaign of television appearances and media opportunities, because he's looking at a career post the next election. And I suspect there's an element of desperation in his activity. He wants to get in before Rishi Sunak calls an election. And he thinks his time is rapidly coming to an end. He's a scurrilous piece of work. And the way he's behaving now lends credibility to all the claims that he was giving jobs to his friends. There's a lot of that going on in the NHS, and this is the man who was leading the NHS, giving jobs to the boys. As I say, scurrilous. And those people who stand up against that culture of backsheesh and corruption are then bullied. I would like to hear more from people who have attempted to stand up against that sort of culture. I think it needs to be exposed, and I think it needs to be talked about more openly. In this country now, we are heading rapidly in the directions of countries that I have witnessed, where I have witnessed skullduggery in terms of corruption and deceit. I don't want this here. And I don't want the sort of thing that Matt Hancock is connected with. And somebody who promotes reality TV must also take responsibility for the future of reality TV. And we must have a proper, informed and full debate about the way reality TV can be made safe. Because at the moment, it's a dangerous gladiatorial sport where not only the participants are hurt, the audience is also hurt.